More than 1 million people have been displaced because of the storm. Some residents are now returning home, but others could continue to face even more flooding. Michelle Miller is in Houston with the latest. Michelle, good morning.
Good morning. Well, places that have dried out, the desperate cleanup begins. Here in Meyerland, Texas, block after block, there are piles of debris and sheetrock and waterlogged furniture that have been pulled out of these flooded homes. The smell of mold and mildew is overwhelming, and this is progress. A lot of people aren't even here yet. A week after Hurricane Harvey made landfall, floodwaters in many parts of Houston are still receding.
I don't know how I could ever repay you.
You don't have to.
Residents like Howard Holmes are relying on the kindness of strangers.
90% of this block is in survival mode right now. It's heart-wrenching.
Some Houstonians face more flooding when the city begins releasing water from 2 reservoirs. On Friday, the city's mayor, SYLVESTER implored people to leave now if they can.
To remain in your homes for the next 10 to 15 days is simply not in your best interest, and neither is it in the best interest of our first responders.
But there are signs that life is moving on.
So we had one store flood out in Maryland.
Mattress One manager Don Ice is helping the community get a fresh start.
I've had a lot of customers that have lost everything they've had and are moving into apartments, and this is the first thing they have to have is a new bed to sleep on.
But about an hour south of Houston in Lake Jackson, Mario Martinez was just seeing the waters rise for the first time.
We were waiting for water to come in, but I never thought this neighborhood would get it. We thought we were high and dry right here.
Runoff from the Brazos River is forcing residents to flee.
We stacked 2 sandbags high around each of the doors all the way around the house.
Al Baird and his wife Sherry found safe harbor for their horse and grabbed their dog before fleeing to a friend's for what could be an extended stay.
People don't realize it's a beautiful day outside and then how hard it is to watch this water rise and not to have any control. And I think that's the hardest part, is that there's nothing you can do.
And while so many people are still dealing with all that water, 124,000 homes remain without power. Anthony?
Wow, Michelle Miller in Houston. Thank you, Michelle.